Hi, and welcome to Anthony Magazine. And I want to thank you so very much for my exclusive interview. And I have screenwriter and director of the feature film Payday, now released on Netflix. Can you please tell everyone your name?
My name is Chatachuku.
Where are you from?
I'm from Nigeria, Enugu State to be precise. Enugu State is an eastern state in Nigeria, but I grew up with my family in Benue State, which is one of the north central states in Nigeria.
How long have you been writing?
you know, but I wanted to do I wanted to make headway with my career, so I started to network outside of outside of the town where I lived, talking to more established filmmakers and trying to send out my materials.
What age were you when you decided you wanted to be a filmmaker?
Well, when I was young, I didn't think I wanted to be a filmmaker. I used to always be interested in everything that that was, you know, entertainment, church plays, school dramas, and stuff. But I guess when I got out of high school, I literally thought that I wanted to be a filmmaker because I remember every time I went to the library, I would always find books that related to filmmaking. I was always very fascinated with, the arts of just of making films. So I would say from high school, that was when I knew that I wanted to work in film.
How long have you been in the filmmaking industry?
I've been in the film industry for a long time. Like I explained, we used to do like very local productions here that really never went anywhere. But obviously, since you're going to count the the presence of cameras and actors, I guess you can say that's filmmaking, right? But yeah, it wasn't very serious until after I got out of, the uni, which would be in 2016. You know, a year before that, I wrote my first short film that I directed. It went ahead to win awards locally and internationally, and that kind of just started to get my name a little out there. So I'd say 2015 was when I started to, make headway with my career.
When did you first become a director and how was that experience?
I was directing before my short film. I was directing small productions, local productions, DVDs and VCDs. You know, yeah, I we experimented with shorts and features, but obviously the quality wasn't very good, but it was a very good learning experience for me. So when I was ready to do my first short film, I kind of already knew what I wanted to do, you know. Yeah, but what you don't ever prepare for as a first director, is is that responsibility to be able to direct not just the cast but a crew, and it was a learning experience for me. Working on my short film was different because that was the first time I had to use a more advanced camera, and I wanted it to be done right, and we had no funds. All we had was just the goodwill of friends, who came together and made up the cast and crew, and we worked like tirelessly. We shot for one full day. We shot for a lot of hours. Actors got bruises because it was very intense. By the way, the shot is called Deranged. But yeah, it wasn't perfect, but we put a lot of heart into it, and a lot of people connected to that message of the story.
What or who inspired you to become a writer and director?
J.K. Rowling's, I would say, um, inspired me to become a screenwriter. Um, the first screenplay I ever read was the Harry Potter script. Obviously, I was a big fan of the Harry Potter series. I'm still a big fan, but just after seeing the film, I wanted to know what it was like on paper. And at that time, we didn't have phones that had internet. So I had to actually go to a cyber cafe, where I could use the internet, and I printed out the whole script and I brought it home. And I remember I stayed up all night just reading all of those pages. It was bulky, but yeah, I just printed it out. It was actually like a transcript, not like a real script. But afterwards I started to check out other screenplays, and so I guess I'd say that influenced me into wanting to be a screenwriter. Um, yeah, a lot of other people that influenced me as a director. Uh, Steven Spielberg would be one of them. James Cameron would be another one. I mean, it's just so many people to name, but all just seeing what they do and how amazing that they are. Um, yeah, that totally influenced me.
What genre are you mostly interested in?
I would really say drama. I like drama. I like the intensity in drama. Um, it's something that I totally connect to. Um, but I'm not the kind of person that puts myself in a box. I would enjoy a good film no matter the genre, and I want to make films without being known to just make a particular style of film. But yeah, I love drama. I love the messages, the underlining tones, and yeah, and you hardly find good dramas these days. Yeah, yeah. So I guess that answers the question.
Which job do you prefer? Writer, director, or both?
I'd say that I don't prefer anyone. They are both special in their way. When I'm a writer, I'm a writer. I like my space. Unlike most writers who'd say they love writing with music, um, I'm different. I like the quietness of a place when I need to write. It helps me think better. But as a director, well, obviously you're surrounded with people, so they both have their uniqueness, and I love being them both. I love the both roles.
How did you come up with the movie idea for Payday?
The idea for Payday came from different experiences. One, The character Paul was totally inspired by me. Going through life as a filmmaker, or an upcoming filmmaker, I'd say, who was looking for breakthroughs and open doors and just having doors slammed in your face. And so that was literally me. So I tried to find a way to put a piece of me in that film, but also the experiences of other people around me, the journey into adulthood, the decisions that we have to make in a society that is already lost, and obviously the friendship between men that you rarely see on screen. So Payday was inspired by a lot of things happening around me.
How long did it take you to write the script for Payday?
It took me about 3 months to get the first draft of the script ready, and I got some people to read it and give me feedback, and and once I knew that they loved it, I took all of those feedbacks and I tried to, just kept writing to make it better.
How long did it take to film?
So I'd say probably like it took almost a year to get the script before we could film. We spent um we spent about 20 23 days on set. We shot in Abuja in Nigeria, obviously, yeah. So we spent about 23 days on set, but of course, because of budget constraints and the film was already eating into the actors' schedules, because obviously you never really know what can go wrong on set, and we had a lot of things going on wrong on set, especially that it kept raining a lot of the times, and that was very bad because a lot of the scenes that we had were outdoors and we didn't know the way to salvage that situation, so that kind of like dragged things a little. So obviously we had to pack up and then leave. So it took another 3 months to shoot the remaining scenes, but that was because we shot 6 scenes between those 3 months, and we had to work with the actors and the crew availability to be able to finish the film.
What were your biggest challenges with producing this movie?
Well, the biggest challenges would be that I had to work with the budget that I had, and I was bent on making this film. You know, yeah, and as a first-time director, it feels like a first-time director for a feature film. You know, it feels like there's so much weight on your shoulder, and you need to trust your instinct to be able to make sure that you're a good leader and that you're communicating the intentions and the motive for this film rightly to the cast and the crew, you know. Um,
Did Payday win film festivals?
yeah, Payday won at some film festivals. Some of those awards include Best Comedy Film at the 12th Trinity International Film Festival, Detroit. And we're also nominated for Best Supporting Actress at the 4th Real Time International Film Festival in Lagos. And then we won the Jury Prize Award at the 20th True Detective International Film Festival in Moscow. And we were the first African film in that festival in its 20 years of run, and then won, you know. So I guess that's great news.
Is that how you landed a distribution deal with Netflix?
Well, we landed the Netflix deal through our distributor here in Nigeria. The film had first had its theatrical release here in Nigeria, and afterwards our distributor, you know, met with Netflix, you know, they saw the film, they liked it, and here we are.
When did you realize Payday would be the one that would be seen worldwide on Netflix, one of the top movie streaming services?
When I made Payday, the truth was I never thought it was going to go anywhere. I mean, I had big hopes for it, but you know, when you're in your little apartment in some northern town, small northern town, and you're writing, the only thing that you have is a dream, but you never really think that your life would change that fast. But obviously, that's what happened with Payday. I didn't think we're going to go on Netflix, you know, but that didn't stop me from just chasing that dream and hoping and looking for the best opportunities for it. I'm happy that we're here now. I don't think I have recovered from the shock. You know, I'm still very, very geeked about it. Yeah, the attention has been really, really overwhelming. You know, my phone's blown up, you know, since the film went on Netflix, and this is good. This is good. I have nothing but, you know, pure joy in my heart.
Do you work with others on their screenplays, or do you only work on your own projects?
Yeah, uh, I write my own screenplays, but I love to work collaboration. I always say that filmmaking is about collaboration. You can't be in this business and want to be a one man team. You need to have people, you know. So yeah, I enjoy working with other screenwriters, you know. I don't mind taking the back seat as just a writer and letting someone else direct, and I don't also mind, you know, directing someone else's work as long as my thought process and my vision aligns with theirs. Then we can work and make something good.
What's next after the success of Payday?
I've got this project I've been working on for a long time. That's definitely my next film. You know, I'm hoping if everything goes well, I'm able to get the funding for it. I'd love to film next year. So if you're out there and you're looking for some collaboration with this guy with this dream to change the world, yeah, hit me up. But yeah, seriously, um, my next project, which I can't talk about right now, is something that's really dear to my heart, and we've been working really, really hard. Um, uh, uh, right now, we're in talks with cast and crew, you know, just trying to see to attach talent to it, and I mean, it's looking good with the responses, you know, that we're getting so far.
What are some of the best locations for filming?
Nigeria has a lot of beautiful locations, but the best location would determine what you're trying to film. You know, we have like remote villages in Nigeria, and we have like New York in Nigeria. So, yeah, it depends on what best suits your story. But the places that I'd love to film in Taraba State. I'd love to film in Plateau. Those places are gorgeous. They have like this beautiful scenery, you know, the greens, the mountains, the waterfalls. Yeah, it's my dream to be able to film in one of those places.
Ah, that sounds good. I can imagine it. I can imagine the scenery. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I want to be able to give back, you know, with my talents by providing a platform for upcoming filmmakers to be able to showcase their talent. You know, be it through having a production company of my own that's already flourishing in a way that can accommodate more people, or having a TV station. These are my dreams, to be able to have a platform where filmmakers can play.
How may our readers connect with you? For example, do you have a website, your social media? How can we stay connected?
Well, you can connect with me on Facebook at just Chetachiku. You'll see me on Facebook, on Instagram at Director Cheta, on Twitter at Director Cheta.
Thank you so very much for the exclusive interview. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to watching Payday. And for our readers, feel free to click on the trailer link in the magazine, and it will bring you directly to the trailer. And be sure to check out Payday now on Netflix. Thanks so much, and we hope to have you back again.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. It was a great interview.